All right, we are lucky enough to be joined this morning by the great Geraldo Rivera on a Saturday morning.
Morning, thank you, Clayton.
Because you are here on a very special day, which we're going to get to in just a second.
Okay.
Because you have made your name in news. We need to get your take on one of the big news stories of the morning. We're following this so-called Ground Zero Mosque, and we're learning about some of the financing behind some of it and where this investor group has gotten some of its money. Turns out some of this could be tied to Hamas in a roundabout kind of way, that one of these key investors has given money to a group that then funneled the money right to Hamas. What's your take on this story?
Well, I got a lot of takes. Let me click them off. I think, first of all, Fox 5 here in New York, Charles Leap did an excellent job, and that's the kind of probing that we don't see enough of. Major newspapers should have been checking out the finances of this place. Al Zanati, this fellow, though, I think may be being painted with a very broad brush. Remember, he gave to the Holy Land Foundation, which was ultimately convicted of being a source of funding for Hamas, but that was years later. When he gave the money, it was prior to 9/11. It was in 1998, 1999. Yeah. Holy Land Foundation had not yet been on the terror list. Hamas, indeed, was not yet on the terror list. And this poor fellow lost his parents when that Egyptian air co-pilot, Allah Akbar, drove his jumbo jet into the Atlantic Ocean off Nantucket. So he lost both his mom and dad to a terror attack. You would not think that this guy would typically be a terrorist, but rather an anti-terrorist. But here's my point, Clayton. I think this is very important. The funding and the identity of these people and all these other issues that have to be probed aside, what this to me exemplifies is the open wound that this controversy continues to represent in our nation. It's only going to get worse. I call on the people who are organizing the mosque to please, we love you. You have a First Amendment right to do anything you want in terms of where you put your religious facility. We are begging you for a reasonable compromise, a couple of blocks to the east. I'll take you over to Broadway, to Wall Street District. You'll still be Soho. You'll still be hip. You'll still be a place where you can build a landmark mosque. But let's remove what will be the aggravating lead story on cable news for a decade if we don't.
Maybe you could help out in the Mideast peace talks as well. You're the guy.
I'd love to.
All right, well, let me paint a scenario.
I've been around long enough.
Reality television is taking an odd twist these days. Let me give you a scenario. You're a big celebrity. You're a star. Someone decides to punk you, have a little joke with you.
It's happened.
They put you in a car. They said, come to our TV studio. Then they take you out of the car and say, there's a bomb in this car. You're trying to blow us up. How would you react? Because that's what they're doing with a new reality show in Iraq with well-known Iraqi celebrities.
And then they say,
How would that work? Should I act it out?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a joke? You played a joke, putting a bomb in my car? Bam, bam. I think reality TV is sick, and this is the sickest example I could possibly think of. Having been in and around IEDs that blew up and took people's legs off and heads off and totally disrupted the tempo of life in urban Iraq and in the roads of Afghanistan, I think it is the sickest joke I could possibly think of. I guess in a bizarre way, maybe it shows how evolved Iraq is, that they can make fun of their misery, but to me it's way too close to home.
Yeah, more than 4,000 Americans have died by
I mean, how many Iraqis?
Situations.
Scores of them on a regular
Geraldo,
basis.
Congratulations are in order for you. 40 years on television.
If you didn't watch your kids grow, time flies like that. That's the one marker. And now when you have a 40th anniversary, I'm starting my 5th decade, Ainsley, in TV news.
Gosh.
Tuesday will be my actual anniversary. I started, and they only put my hand on television because I just asked the question of the guy who was losing to the state attorney general in New York State. But my mom recognized my tattoo, my Jewish Star tattoo. She said, "He made it. He's in show business."
And that's all that ever matters.
For leaving law school. Well, that's pretty funny.
These are some great look backs, but we actually have a little sound. A little sound we'd love to play for you. Here's a few seconds look back at Geraldo's career. Take a look.
You need a haircut. You like it. See, their hair and everything represents peace. This is violence.
I think that you are an evil person.
Right, I'm evil. I'm terrible.
You are terrible.
Oh, yeah, I'm awful.
I have to. You have a two-part special that's airing tonight and tomorrow night here on Fox News Channel. I have a question for you though. When you look back at those interviews, Charles Manson, Muhammad Ali, is there one interview that stands out to you more than any other that resonates? You say that was it.
In the context of what we were talking about in terms of terror in Iraq and the mosque and all the rest of it, I did an interview with Yasser Arafat the minute he got out of jail. He was incarcerated by the Israelis after the failed 2000 effort, which was the closest they ever came.
Right.
And Arafat said something to me that resonates to today. He said, "I wish I had taken Bill Clinton's deal.
Oh.
If only." And you look back, and that's remember Gore lost at so from November to December, Clinton was the lame duck. If he had taken that deal, he would have a nation now, and to come so close. And to blow it because he didn't trust that the administration could deliver the Israelis, but they were so close. And that wistful notion of almost attaining a goal and blowing it because of false pride, and then recognizing it so late in your life, as Arafat did.
And now we're going through, it's a history repeating itself.
And now we go, the grind continues, and there's no end in sight.
What a career this man has had. Huh? I mean, we can all be so lucky. We wish.
Tonight, catch the special tonight. Geraldo, great to see you.
Some great footage in there.
Including a mustache montage you must see. Good to see you, Geraldo.
I want to see some boxing in the shirt off,
That too. I've been more naked than most news.
Coming up on the show.